In today's world, we're all surrounded by many different types of logos. Some logos are incredibly straightforward, in a letter form or a pictorial representation, and some are more complex. The meaning behind a logo informs the audience of what your brand is all about. Many of us don't even consider what these logos mean, beyond the fact that they represent some of our favorite brands. But what we don't realize is that many of them have a deeply rooted meaning hidden in or behind the famous symbol. Before we get in, please make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Here are 10 famous logos with a hidden meaning behind them. Number 10. Air Jordan. Jordan brand's Jumpman logo is one of the sportswear industry's most revered emblems. The origins of its logo can be traced back to a photo shoot for Life magazine, with Michael Jordan wearing New Balance basketball shoes. The photo shoot took place before Michael Jordan signed with Nike. In 1985, Jordan repeated the same pose, this time in a pair of Jordans. Rumor has it that the designer of the Air Jordan 1, Peter Moore, was originally going to use the Life magazine version for the logo but wasn't able to do so due to copyright issues. According to Forbes, Michael Jordan has made roughly $1.3 billion from his deal with Nike since signing with the brand in 1984. Number 9. Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz is one of the most popular car brand throughout the world. With a blend of luxury, sportiness and performance vehicles, Mercedes-Benz logo is one of the most well-known logo types in the car industry. The logo comprises of an illustration of a three-pointed star that symbolizes company's drive toward universal motorization. The three-pointed star represents the strength and prevalence of its engines on the land, on the sea, and in the air. Yes, indeed. The Mercedes-Benz emblem is a symbol for the company's plan for world domination. Number 8. Amazon. The Amazon logo has always been minimalist, as Jeff Bezos didn't want the branding design budget to be high. But this didn't affect the recognizability of its logo. In the Amazon logo, the arrow starting from A to Z depicts that, from A to Z, Amazon sells every product that you can imagine. And the arrow also resembles a smiley face, which represents the customer satisfaction and their happiness. Its logo is an example of contemporary simplicity and style. Number 7. Airbnb. It is an online marketplace which lets people rent out their properties or spare rooms to guests. Company began in 2008 when two designers who had space to share hosted 3 travelers. Airbnb is a shortened version of its original name, airbedandbreakfast.com. Many people confuse the logo for a paper clip or an paper airplane, but it's actually a person who loves to travel. Number 6. Apple. The first Apple logo, drawn by Ronald Wayne in 1976, was more of a piece that deserved a place on the wall in an arts gallery than a logo, featuring Isaac Newton sitting under an apple tree. But this logo didn't even last a year. Steve Jobs said he wanted a simpler, catchier, and more modern logo. While working on the logo, Rob Janoff cut a lot of apples in halves and used them as models to make the picture look realistic. Mr. Janoff said he included the bite for scale, so people get that it was an apple, not a cherry. Also, the bite symbolically matches with the term bite. And the Apple logo basically symbolizes knowledge. Number 5. Dominos. The very first Dominos logo was created in the 1965. The 3 dots on the logo symbolize the 3 original Domino's locations that were open at the time. As the company planned to work hard on franchises, they planned to add a dot each time for a new location. Of course, with the incredible success of the Domino's brand, this plan was scrapped because the logo would otherwise need thousands of dots. Number 4. Toyota. Not many people know that one of the most famous Japanese automakers, Toyota, was established as Toyota. At the time, company specialized in the production of textiles and loom. The Japanese carmakers pays a lot of attention to symbolism and hidden meanings. And it all can be seen in their current logo. This elegant and smooth logo has several interpretations. The 3 ovals depicts the heart of the company and its customers and the whole world around the brand. And, of course, the logo also spells out the letters of the company's name. Number 3. Adidas. The Adidas logo is so widespread and familiar that it's almost impossible to believe that the iconic 3 stripes once belonged to a completely different company. The emblem was bought by the company from a brand named Karhu Sports in 1971. The 3 stripes in logo symbolizes a mountain, which conveys the idea of overcoming challenges and pursuing your goals. Across all the Adidas logos, the brand name starts with a lowercase letter to emphasize that the brand produces casual sportswear, which is accessible to everyone. Number 2. Nike. The famous Nike swoosh logo symbolizes quickness, power, and motivation. The logo was designed by Carolyn Davidson in 1971. The brand value of Nike is around $35 billion, but the designer of its logo was just paid around $35. And after the success of the brand, the designer received much more. In 1983, she was invited to a company lunch where CEO of the company Phil Knight presented her with a diamond ring and an envelope with Nike's shares. They were $150 worth back then, but now their cost has reached $600,000. Number 1. Tesla. The Tesla's logo is not just a fancy T, but it actually represents the cross-section of an electric motor, first designed by the company's namesake, physicist, and inventor, Nikola Tesla. The main body of the T represents one of the poles that stick out of a motor's rotor, with the second line on top represents a section of the stator. And also the T in the logo depicts performance, blend of aesthetics, and zero emissions.